So we have come to the World Cafe session this afternoon, and let's get right to it. So I would like to invite you to meet our moderator, Associate Professor of the Basque Culinary Center, Mr. Iñaki Gaztelumendi.
Hello. Good afternoon. How are you? Have you enjoyed? Are you tired? You are not too many. But anyway, we are going to work what we have, okay? Then, some of you were yesterday, then you know more or less the dynamic of this session. This is the World Cafe. This is the place that we want you to talk, to discuss, and to share the experience that you have enjoyed today and yesterday, because I think we have the opportunity to refresh the experience that we had yesterday. Where we are not too many, but I think we are enough to make some conclusions after the discussions. I'm going to tell you. I want to give you 2 minutes to know you, to know each other, the people who is in the same table, just to know you and to decide who is going to be the spokesperson of every table. Okay? Before to start with the questions, I would like you to decide who is going to be your spokesperson, because at the end of the questions, we will make some discussions about the lessons that we have learned today and the conclusions of your experiences, okay? Then 2 minutes to know each other and to decide who is going to be your spokesperson. Okay, it's all right. Who are the spokespersons? Please. Who are going to be the spokespersons in that table? Not yet? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. You are going to be the spokesperson? He's going to be? Yeah? You are the spokesperson of this table? Who is the spokesperson of the next? All of you? Hey, you are the spokesperson? Who is the spokesperson of this table? Excuse me? Who is the spokesperson of this table? This table, who is the spokesperson? You. Perfect. Of this table, who is the spokesperson? Ian, are you going to be the spokesperson? Perfect. And the last one, who is going to be the spokesperson? Which one? Who? Come on, don't be shy. Yeah? Okay, then we got the spokesperson for the end of the session. Well, we're going to ask you 3 questions to discuss in a specific time. We will have 10 minutes for every question, and it will be essential that we respect the time. In summary, we are going to have 3 rounds, 3 questions, and I'm sure that you have a lot of desire to participate. Then, we are going to start with the first question, is what did you like the most about your workshop today? And the time? 10 minutes. Okay, time for the first question is over. Then we start with the second question. What would you change about the gastronomy tourist proposals you have experienced today or yesterday? You have 10 minutes. Well. Okay, time is over for the second questions, and this is our third questions. What are the lessons learned from this experience which you would like to apply and could be implemented in your destination? 10 minutes again. This is the last one. Okay, time is over. How was the work? Did you enjoy? Have you finished? Well, I would like to invite then the spokespersons of every table just to share the conclusions of the table with all of us. Can we start with this table on the right? Just go to the microphone and can you share in public the conclusions of the table? Oh, you have? Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect.
Well, hi everybody. So we start with the first question.
Yeah.
What we liked, of course, from this experience. The first thing here is that we could experience really that Thailand is a land of smile. It's about the hospitality. Yeah. The way that we were welcomed, received, treated is wonderful. So it's wonderful people, easygoing, and mainly how, of course, said that everyone, was smiling, to all the group. This is the first thing, which is, of course, very precious. The second, about this tourism product, is that how, of course, it benefits to small businesses, in not even tourist neighborhoods or tourist sites. So then it benefits to small businesses. Then the impact, there is an economic, social impact. And also, it's an opportunity for the tourists that they meet with, so we could meet also with the local population. And then you can see also that high degree of acceptance, of the locals, of the tourists. And then, of course, the quality of food, which is very good, tasty, and also authentic. So it's not, what you get if you go to famous, famous big restaurants. But you can, of course, feel that authenticity, in the dishes, offered. Well, we can get to the second.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what we can suggest, for to conduct any changes, is that before we could get to the places, we didn't get much information or explanation about the food that we're gonna get and the dishes that gonna be offered. And then once also you are there, so they can tell you that this is the second or the third generation about the owners, and that they are preserving, of course, this cultural heritage. But still, there is no storytelling behind that. Okay, they don't talk that much about, there is, that lack of storytelling, about that. Another point which is very important is that as there are different dishes in different places, and then the order of the dishes offered. Sometimes you start, you can start with the dessert or with something sweet, and then later maybe then they offer to you the main course. So there is not that order of the dishes.
Okay, perfect. Then do you think that there is a lack of information about the social and cultural context of the experience?
Well, this and also about the dishes. Sometimes that's, it's already in the morning, and then you can, like this morning, we started with the soup. Then afterwards there was dessert, something sweet, etc. Then at the end we came back to get the main course. Okay. And then it's, another thing which is very important, so as we know, that the food here is spicy and hot, but sometimes there are, of course, those who are not used to very spicy, and mainly when we're talking about the hot food. So, and then here maybe it would be better, to offer that according to the demand, yeah, of course, or the desire, yeah, here of the tourists. Yeah, Antonio is suggesting, like in Mexico, yeah, that they have different levels.
Levels, yeah.
It's like the chili.
Picante, muy
one,
picante, muy, muy, muy
two,
picante.
3. Okay, different levels. Okay, that they can offer that according, yeah, of course, yeah, to the how the tourists, of course, they are accustomed to that or used to that. And then, yeah, well, another point which is very important here is about the hygiene of the food. Yeah, that they should give more care about that. Yeah, and then also about the cleanliness of restrooms. Yeah, that it would, well, this is, of course, something which is very important. And as we spend hours, so for sure that all of us, yeah, we use the restrooms, so, and we got here to this remark about the cleanness of restrooms. Yeah, and also about the punctuality. You know that when you're talking about tourists coming from different backgrounds, etc., and taking, well, they worry a lot about punctuality. Yeah, if according to the schedule is 7:30 to depart from hotel, so then it's 7:30 that we have to depart, and the same also about returning back. Okay, yeah, and also the coordination. Sometimes that there was, you could feel that there was. Lack of coordination, yeah, that we could get to the place and they are not yet ready because they are not on time, so maybe they can say that you are ahead of time, so just we felt that sometimes. Yeah, and for the third...
The lessons.
Yeah, the lessons. So the lessons, one important point here is about that we could get to other neighborhoods, as I said, which are not as visited a lot by tourists, or there is the only tourist attraction is about the food, but how they could extend, of course, this experience to these neighborhoods and to these small businesses. This is something which is very important, how to extend this product, of course, to different neighborhoods, and of course also, like the transfer, of this cultural heritage from the small businesses and from the local, population. It means how this tourism product is decentralized to different neighborhoods here in the city.
Okay, thank you very much. Then we can go with the applause for.
Thank you.
Good spokesperson. Okay, we can go with the next table. Who was the... I know who is this spokesperson. What are your main conclusions?
I think first and foremost, our main conclusion was that the collection of feedback in this format may not be conducive to or helpful for the workshop providers, primarily because we have 4 different experiences that we're reflecting on, and as a result, a lot of the feedback is conflicting, where perhaps someone saying very, very high quality food, another individual may say that the food quality could be improved upon, and as a result, when we're aggregating these comments, I don't think there's much utility for the providers. That being said, there's a lot of things that we shared in terms of shared observations and what we liked, the experience generally, rich experiences, the enthusiasm of the local community, building capacity in the local community to be able to service visitors in a way that is not without integrity. The food on the whole for our table was high quality, there was diversity, we liked that. It was supported by a foundation of stories, which really allowed the experience to be authentic.
Yep.
We liked the connection with culture. We found that the experiences themselves, the food experiences, were supplemented by kind of cultural heritage and storytelling. The connection to the community and the contribution to understand that the relevancy and how what we were experiencing would be supporting such things as the tuk-tuk drivers or other modes of transportation, and on that note, just having the mixed use of transportation kind of added value to the experience itself. Our tour guides were generally highly knowledgeable. We think we benefited from having more tour guides and support than maybe offered to the public. We know that we probably received many extra helpers, and that definitely helped with the logistics. In terms of improvements, we thought something as simple as a map, even if it's printed material, could have helped us with the context, with positioning ourselves within the experience and understanding where we are in Bangkok and where we are within the experience itself. We felt that understanding that public transportation is not as necessarily as efficient or as easy with larger groups, we could have added to the efficiency of the trip, perhaps by taking one mode of public transport. Simple English language training, if it's not being provided by community members, may allow a more intimate touch point as an improvement. Having water available, just simple things like that could have made the experience less draining for some participants. We appreciated the connection with culture, with art, but at the same time, we're left with a curiosity about some of the food and drink experiences we did have, kind of a wanting for more information, more knowledge about the actual food that we were tasting, knowing that some of that was perhaps a little bit rushed or was experienced in a way that we were left with more of a curiosity on the food and less of an understanding or knowledge base. Just one last improvement is maybe around the delivery of preferences. So we observed that there may have been logistical or managerial complications between the partners, being UNWTO and the providers, but in terms of the providers, and I think this is why we're collecting the feedback, just in meeting the needs or the preferences on the customizations. Perhaps the information's being collected, but the delivery is not always there. Some of the things that we we're interested in taking back to our respective countries is around the mixed use of transportation. We think that really was a benefit of the experiences. Collaboration, obviously, with the local communities as much as possible. Having that touch point, having that kind of understanding of who the businesses are, how the trips are supporting SMEs and small mom and pop kind of shops. Setting standards, we felt the standards were set, they were met. There's an expectation associated with each and every one of the tours when the standards were set, and especially with Bangkok food tours, we know that there was supplementary training and there was capacity built, and as a result, those from the tuk-tuks to the business owners, we felt that everybody was very, very on point. We like the combination, I've said a couple times, around arts and culture with the food experiences. We also were exposed to a little bit of technology through the experiences, and wanting to leverage technology as much as possible in our respective countries we think is important. There was one example given between the use of the private vans and how they swipe their license to be able to turn on the vehicle, they're being tracked by GPS, etc.
Okay, thank you. We have to finish, but I would like to, we will speak with the rest of the speakers, but I would like to, Ian, do you like to express the main conclusions of your table, and we'll speak later to the spokesperson of the rest two groups, just to have all the information of the World Cafe.
Hello?
Hello.
It's working. Hi. What was the first question? The first question was, I can't remember the first question. Remind me.
Sorry?
I can't remember the first question. Remind me.
The first question?
Yeah.
The first question was what did you like
okay,
the most of the experience?
That was okay. Well, I won't replicate what people have said, but basically, the experiences we had were very unique to Thailand and Bangkok, and they can't be replicated anywhere else. Basically, somebody said there are Thai restaurants in Australia and in America, but being in Bangkok, the atmosphere is there, and that's the authenticity. It's very rustic and very friendly, and extremely unique. basically it's excellent.
Okay.
And good storytelling. And the other thing we noticed was it was about family, community, and friends. That came across very strongly in all of the experiences we had. The second question was about
how can we help them to improve the experience that they are developing?
Well, that was quite a unique point. One of the things that we talked about, you've got something that's very unique that you've got there, and one of the challenges you've got is how do you preserve that and how do you conserve it? Because there's probably a lot of pressure on that area for economic development and property. So the key challenge is how do you keep it? That rusticness, that lustiness itself.
Fantastic.
Because you don't want to take that away because that's something that's extremely special. There were operational issues about language, for example. Tourists are changing, so tourists from Muslim countries couldn't have the pork dishes, and there wasn't an alternative when they were doing the hands-on experience. So just that realization of things that they were doing. But yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Okay.
And what are the lessons that we can take to our destinations?
I think the challenge for us was about going back to that first point around conservation and how do you keep that uniqueness in the terms of replication, because we are coming from somewhere else where there's probably been a lot of development itself, doing things. And I think one of the things we raised about, I think that's about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you all thank you for the spokesperson, obviously, because your work has been fantastic. Thank you for all the discussions, and the time is over, and it's time to continue with the World Forum. Then thank you very much, and I see you, I hope, next year in San Sebastian.